We are at Main Street, Johnson City. There's only one place we could possibly be. Johnson City Brewing Company. Tonight, it's pizza and beer night. That's right, we're going to talk pizza and we're going to talk beer with Bert, owner of Italian Pizza Pub. Let's see if I can turn this thing around. Look at me. Oh, there we go. We're going to talk to Bert tonight about Italian Pizza Pub. That place has been around, let's see, I was old enough to start going to bars in 1989, I think. And so then already the Italian Pizza Pub was a place that everybody went to. Everybody wanted to go there for the music. They had the pub Outback, which was a legendary music venue in Johnson City at the time. And they had, it was already established. It was already the place to be. Well, now, here we are, 2018, the Italian Pizza Pub's still going. The pub Outback doesn't exist anymore. It became the Casbah, which a lot of people know, and it hasn't been used a lot lately, and I think I'm going to ask Bert a little bit about that coming up. We'll see. This may just get edited out. But, yeah, so we have a lot of stuff to do, and we got a little time to do it in. We're just going to be talking for about 15 minutes with Bert, so we're going to get in here and make sure that everything's all set up.
Eric Latham. I'm the head brewer and one of the founders of Johnson City Brewing Company. If you haven't been here before, I brewed everything in a one-barrel system in the building, Caddy Club here, the old King building, King Department Center, which I built in 1922. And we are the longest running brewery in Johnson City, but we're also the smallest brewery in Tennessee. So I was a home brewer before all of this. And then my wife and I decided to take the plunge and go commercial here, but we're still making one barrel at a time, so it is very much so handcrafted. The gentleman that is just about to walk in with his lovely wife, this gentleman Bert, he is the owner and proprietor of, let's give it up for Bert, by the way.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bert is the owner of the Italian Pizza Pub. If you haven't been there, it is a wonderful local place over here on Walnut Street, West Walnut, right?
807 West Walnut.
807 West Walnut. My wife and I, our family, our two daughters, 6 and 4, we've been enjoying it for a very long time.
Thank you.
Yeah. And at the beginning of the year, we wanted to start a new event called Pizza and Beer Life. So once a month, we invite a local pizzeria in here. We talk about what it means to brew on the scale, the level that we do, the craft level that we do. And then we invite the owners and the pizza makers to come in here and bring some pizzas, share these pizzas on the house, and then hear from the owners about their story, why they started their business, talk about their products, why they've been doing it for so long, 35 years, right, Bert?
Almost 35 years.
35 years. That's pretty impressive for a business. So I'm going to say just a couple of quick words about craft brewing, and then maybe we can ask Bert some questions. Craft brewing for us is an art. It is something that it's not just a product that we create. We work very hard to make the beers that you guys are consuming here. We've been doing it for 4 years now, commercially, and 7 years before that on a homebrew scale. So each of these ones here that we have today, I think we have 15 or 16 of our beers, which is kind of unheard of for a one barrel, but we work very hard and we work 7 days a week. We're very specific about the science of brewing. We're very excited about that, which is the water treatments and water chemistry. What do the yeast, what do the grains, what do the malt, what do the hops do to these different beers? So you'll see some regular beers on tap here, and you'll see some experimental beers. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask us, because we love to talk about the beer. So we just want to say thank you very much. From the philosophical standpoint, this business we started was partially about making beer and partially about community and promoting culture and having a tap room that when you walk in felt warm and welcoming, felt like you were walking into somebody's living room to have a beer. So we want to thank you all very much, because 4 years we've ridden a roller coaster ride. But we wouldn't be here without you. So we want to say thank you very much. So at this point, I think maybe we should go ahead and, what do you think, Bert? Should we allow everybody to take some pieces of pizza and then we'll get to Bert?
That'd be fine, yes.
And we have Shannon here who's going to be, say hello to Shannon, everybody, who's doing the show tonight. Shannon is going to be hosting the interview with you tonight. So everybody, cheers, help yourself to some pizza. There's some napkin and plates. The way it's very informal, just line up there, grab a couple slices of pizza. It's on the house. Enjoy, and in a minute we'll hear from Bert and his story. So thank you very much for being here.
It's a stack
Oh,
of
you are in the second week? No, okay.
That's a stack of pies.
It should be four different. Yeah, that's
Everybody's got pizza. Everybody enjoying your pizza?
Yeah.
What kind of pizzas we got?
Pepperoni,
Pepperoni.
cheese.
Got cheese.
There was a veggie.
Oh, veggies.
Veggies is very good.
Veggies good. Right on. Well, that pizza is from the Italian Pizza Club, and one of the best pizza places in town.
Thank you.
For literally as long as I can remember. We're joined with Bert, owner, proprietor of the Italian Pizza Club. Bert, how long has the Italian Pizza Club been around?
Since 1983, I was a part owner of the place when I started it, and then in 1986, become the sole owner.
Oh, wow.
And I've been there since then.
That's awesome. The first time I ever went there, I mean, it had already been around for almost 10 years when I first showed up in like 1989.
Yes.
You know, a teenage kid with a beard. But that was the place where the music was. Then it was the pub out back.
Pub out back. Of course, we started the alternative music in 1985, 6.
Yeah.
And then we had music until last year.
And at the time, we're going to get to the pizza. I promise we're going to get to the pizza. But the cultural significance of your place is that pub at the time in the early 90s. If a band wanted to move on, if they wanted to play this part of the country, they had to play the pub out back.
That's correct, yes. We had lots of big bands. They made it big, and they started it from pub out back, and then some of them.
Amazing. But first there was the pizza place, right?
Yes. Yeah, we started with the pizza place, and in the back part it was just a bar, and then we extended a little bit more, and we started bringing live music, which we started with the live music from the Johnson City area, which was famous those days in the 80s, was the Bright Nightmare.
Oh yeah, I saw many of them.
And Plain Jane Has a Day.
Absolutely.
And Morgan Le Fay, and then we started from other area. The bands coming in.
Right, Stinky Finger was
Yes,
the
Stinky
staple,
Finger,
one of the cornerstones with all those bands. And I was there for
Yes.
all of that. That's where I first met Bert as a punk kid, watching punk music, having a great time. But how did you get into the pizza business? Why was it pizza?
Well, as I say, my ex-partners, they had a pizza place when I joined them. Yeah, I went to college here at ETSU. I got my bachelor and master's from ETSU. And then after I finished there, and I started with them and become
I see.
pizza chef.
And what?
Welcome, everybody.
Honey, come on in. Grab your beer. We got free pizza.
It's free pizza from the Italian Pizza Pub over there, so help yourself.
And this is Bert. He owns Italian Pizza Pub. So you want to get to know the pizza guy. Trust me. So the pizza you've been making at the pub, has it been the same since the day you opened the doors, or has it evolved over time?
Well, when I started it, I changed a little bit, but since then it's been the same. Actually, I had a customer a couple of weeks ago, and he came back after 20 years.
Yeah.
And he had the pizza, and he says, "God, exactly tastes the same 20 years."
That's awesome.
He says it hasn't changed. The thing is that quality, if you keep it with the good quality, always, don't change. So three things that don't change is the flour that I make, dough, and my sauce, and also the cheese. Those three things that do not change. It's always been the same.
It's always been the best. There's the nights of my life I've lost to. First, your slice hits the table. Second, the napkin, because the best part of it is the river of pepperoni juice that's on the top of it, and then it's so good. So the quality has been consistent since literally since I can remember. I was a teenager when I first went there.
Yeah, we tried our best to keep it the same.
Now over the years, the pub Outback changed into the Casbah, and it was a Casbah for many years.
Yeah. It still is named as the Casbah, but we haven't been active.
Sure. Is there any particular reason you haven't been active? Or just...
No, it was just not enough profitable. And It was hard to find the bands. Most of the local bands, they're disappeared, actually, as you know. And it was hard to bring out of town band at a reasonable price. So you have to give a good amount of money and you couldn't make it. And plus the people they used to in the 80s, 90s, they used to go out and party. They don't do it anymore.
There is that. You once said one of the most wise things I've ever heard. You said that in the 80s and 90s, when a girl broke a guy's heart, he would go out and pick up a guitar and write a song.
That's right.
And now if the girl breaks the guy's heart, he goes out and plays a video game. And I was like, that is one of the most wise things I've ever heard in my life.
That's why nobody wants to go out. And those days when around by 9 o'clock the place was packed. They wouldn't ask who's playing. They just come watch the music. And now these days it's not.
Right.
It's unfortunate.
Well, what pieces did you bring out again? I'm sorry, everybody told me.
I brought the cheese, pepperoni, and there's sausage, green, red onion, and green pepper, and also combo pizza.
That's awesome. And you also have great sandwiches on the menu?
Yes,
That's
we do have sandwiches. We have a calzone, we have pasta dishes, we have a salad, and we also have beer.
Yeah, absolutely. That covers almost all the bases. While you guys are enjoying his pizza, do you have any questions for Bert about the pizza, about the pub? I mean, we got 35 years of history here. Might as well dig in.
What did you study in undergrad and your master's degree?
The question for the recording.
What did you study? Electronics engineering in a bachelor and master's in industrial technology.
Wow. So do you fix your own pizza ovens? That's awesome. Anybody else with questions for Bert? We don't want to keep you we don't want to distract you from your pizza and beer for too long. Yeah.
You said that among the things that stay the same were the tomato, like the sauce, and the cheese. So I was kind of wondering what kind of tomatoes do you use?
What kind of tomatoes go into the sauce?
The sauce is coming, and I just have some of my own recipe. Put the spices in it. It's I do not make from scratch everything from the tomatoes, but the quality of the tomato it's from Stainless Salt Company. I get it my sauce from them.
So you add the magic.
Yes.
It's always great. I've been
and we use the all-trump high gluten flour.
Do you think the higher gluten flour gives you that body?
Yes.
Oh.
Give that the crust and also give the brown color.
Yeah, and that's one of my favorite things about your pizza. I had a friend that comes into town. I hope I didn't say this already. He's from New York. He says the only place in town he'll eat a pizza is at the Italian pizza place.
I do have lots of customers from North. They come and they say this is closest pizza they can get.
That's what I keep hearing. Well, we'll let you go, Bert. I know you didn't want to talk too much. We appreciate you. Thank you for all your years of operating Italian Pizza.
Thank you so much.
You know I'm
going to be supporting us. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank
you all. Enjoy your pizza. Eric, thank you. And I can't thank Johnson City Brewing Company enough, Eric and Kat, for getting involved in local stuff. Our web show is dedicated to Johnson City, Tri-Cities, a little East Tennessee stuff. And we keep coming back here, not because we just love your beer, because there is that, but just because this is where so much of the local stuff gets focused because they're so involved. So get involved in all your local stuff, and while you're at it, watch Hometown East Tennessee, and you'll find out more local stuff you can get into. Thank you all.
So if you have any questions for me, he's sitting here. Also, if you just got here, the pizza on the shelf is free, and that is from Bert's Place. It's on the house here, so help yourself, because nobody going nowhere until the pizzas are gone. That's right.
Yes. I'm not taking it. Thank you.
talked to Bert. We ate a bunch of pizza. We drank a lot of beer. I'd call it a successful day. Johnson City Brewing Company.
Yes,
you.
I would agree with that.
You're very mesmerizing.
Oh, thank you.
Nice job, brother.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Very, very nice.